Hi, let us quickly go through the exam practice questions you were given in the last session. This was exam practice 2. Question 1 required you to add 731,479. You are supposed to add that number to 145,832. Okay, so we can draw this line across. What is 9 plus 2? 9, 10, 11. 9 plus 2 is 11, so we shall write 1 and we'll carry over the other one to this other column. 1 plus 7 is 8. 8 plus 3 is 8. 9, 10, 11. So again here it's 11, so you're going to write 1 and carry the other one to this next column. 1 plus 4 is 5. 5 plus 8 is 13. So you write 3 and you carry the 1 in the next column. In this next column you are going to add 1 plus 1, 2. 2 plus 5 is 7. So there's no carry here. We move to the next column. 3 plus 4 is 7. Then here 7 plus 1 is 8. So the answer is 877,311 or 877,311. Let us move on to the second question. In the second question there are two sets. You've been given set A, whose elements are, and set B is, so this is set A and B, and those are the elements. And the question is, we need to list elements of A intersection B. Now this symbol here, which looks like an N, means intersection, and what this means is we need to find elements that are found in both set A and in set B. So quickly I can see here that 1 is in A and it is also in B. 2 is in A but it's not here, so let us look for the next element which is common, which is found in both sets. 3 here, it is also here. Okay, let us check 4. No, 4 is not in B. So it appears that the elements which are found in both sets A and B is 1 and 3. So A intersection B equals elements 1 and 3. So this is how you write the answer. This is your answer for question 2. Now let us move on to question 3. So for question 3, we have this graph we have been given, and the question stated, the graph below shows the number of bags of beans sold by a man in 5 days. And the question is, on which day did the man sell the highest number of bags of beans? So when you are looking at a graph, you need to look at these axes. There's this axis here, and the title is the heading for this y-axis, we call it the y-axis, is bags of beans. So here you have 5 bags, 10 bags, 15, 20, 25. and these are days. Days on which these bags were sold. So if you look at Monday, this is Monday. On Monday, only about 5 bags were sold. On Tuesday, about 25 bags were sold. On Wednesday, 15 bags. On Thursday, 20 bags. On Friday, you have 10 bags there. So on which day did the man sell the highest number of bags of beans? So we simply look for the bar which is the highest, because if a bar is highest, that simply means it represents the highest number of bags which were sold. And clearly here we can see that it is on Tuesday when the highest number was sold, and that was 25 bags. Let us move on to question 4. Okay, question 4 says if x plus 15 equals 20, then x equals what? So we want to know what x is. In other words, what they're asking here is what number when added to 15 gives 20. So we want to know what number here, which is represented by x, has been added to 15 in order for us to have 20. And this is what you do. Whenever you are given an equation like this, you need to make sure that on one side you should have the variable you want to find, in this case x. We shall move the number to the other side so that like terms are together. So x equals, we are going to take this 15 to cross over the equals sign, and once it does that, the sign here is going to change. So x equals, we already have 20 on the other side, and when this 15 crosses over the other side, it is going to change from plus, it will become minus or negative. So once it goes this other side, it will become minus 15. So x equals 20 minus 15. 20 minus 15 is 5. You can calculate that in your own time. And what this means is, we'll say therefore x equals 5. And we can prove this. Let us now replace, where there is x, let us put 5. So that will be 5 plus 15. If you can count that, it will surely give you 20. Okay, let's move on to the next question. We are now doing question 5. Question 5 required us to find the difference. Now the word difference means minus or subtraction. So we needed to find the difference between 7, 8, 7, 0, 5, 6, which is 787,056. From this we are supposed to subtract 4, 5, 1, 8, 2, 8. Okay, so we are subtracting. Now 6 minus 8. You know that 6 is a small number, so you cannot take 8 away from it. So we are going to borrow 1 from 5 so that this becomes 16. Now when we remove 1 from 5, 5 is going to become 4. So that now we have 16 minus 8, and the answer is 8. Then 4 take away 2 is 2. But here now we have 0 minus 8. Well, 0 is a small number, so we need to borrow a 1 from the next number in the next column. So we're going to borrow 1 from 7 so that this one becomes 10, and this one will be 6. So 10 minus 8 is 2. and 6 minus 1 here is 5. 8 minus 5 is 3. And 7 minus 4 is 3. So our answer is 335,228. That is how you find the answer. Let us move on to question 6. Okay, we are now on question 6. And question 6 is a sequence. We are required to find the next number. We have 128, 64, 32, 16, and then we are supposed to find what should come here. Now, whenever you are given questions like this, you need to think before you quickly write the answer. Many times when you are given a sequence like this, you may need to find out what is the common difference between this number and that number and the next one. Well, sometimes it may not be like that. It may not be moving from this from the left going to the right. It could be you need to observe from the right going to the left. Now when you look at this quickly, you'll notice that there is a simple pattern here: 16, 32, 64, 128. Guess what? If I multiply 16 times 2, it gives 32. 32 times 2, it gives 64. 64 times 2, it gives 128. So obviously the number which has to be here is 8, because 8 times 2 is 16. So the common the pattern which is existing here is that all these are multiples of 8, and the numbers are being multiplied by 2. So if I put 8 here, it makes the answer. 8 times 2, 16, 16 times 2, 32, 32 times 2, 64, and so on. Okay, let us move on to question 7. Question 7 it said a grade 7 learner got 16 out of 20. Okay, this is question 7. This person got 16 marks out of 20, and we are told to convert the marks to a percent. Now you know that a percent means out of 100. So if someone has gotten 16 out of 20, if I am to convert this to percent, I need to multiply it by 100. Okay, so we can reduce this further so that for example 2 into 20 is 10, 2 into 16 is 8, 2 into 8 goes in there 4 times, 2 into 10 goes in there 5 times. So I've reduced this to 4 over 5 times 100 so that it becomes easier to solve. Okay, I can reduce it further by saying how many, or rather I can go ahead and say 4 times 100 is 400. I'm now dealing with the one on top. 4 times 100 is 400. Then I'll divide this by 5, so that I say 5 into 5, 1. 5 into 40 is 8. And we cannot divide any further. So that means the number we remain with is 80%. And the answer is 80%. Okay, so this is just for revision. There will be a topic where we'll be explaining these things. Okay, question 8 is asking, the mapping shown in this diagram is what? Well, in this diagram we can see that there are many numbers which all relate to one number in the other set. So this is a many to one relationship. Let us quickly move on to question 9. So in question 9, we are supposed to add two numbers which have points. So we have 1, 2, 0, 5, 4, 2. Now, here is what you do when you are adding two numbers which have points, decimal points. You make sure that when you write the first number the way I have done, the second number, its decimal point should align with this decimal point. Okay, So here you have 48. So I'm going to write 80 here to make sure it aligns with this decimal point here. These points, yeah, they should align the way I've written them. So 48.78. okay, here where there is no digit, it's the same as having a 0 even there, but what we won't indicate that. So we are supposed to add these two numbers. 2 plus 0 is 2. 8 plus 4 is 12. I'll write 2 carry 1. 1 plus 5 is 6. And 6 plus 7 is 13. So the decimal point comes here. 13, I write 3, then carry 1. The 1 comes here. 1 plus 0 is 1, plus 8, it is 9. So I will write 9 here. 2 plus 4 is 6. 1 plus 0 here is 1. So the answer is 169.322.